Variety Hour. We're here, happy. John Mayer is here as our guest. Yeah, let's hear it. Woo! Hey, Jeff. Hey, John. Great to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Let me just move this guy over your way and David. Let me just get myself a little bit together there.
Just drinking earlier.
Whew, yes, we're back, and you probably won't notice that I've lost my breath because we'll cut to a commercial or something here maybe.
I guess that's the question.
Oh, we're live, aren't we?
Are we live? I'm just checking it out.
Okay, yes, welcome. This is the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I'm your host, Jeff Dodge. We're here for Season 2. Thank you so much for being here. As I said, John Mayer of Van Jam Productions is here. He's right there, actually. Yes. And we're going to talk to him in just a second. I just wanted to go, well, actually, since you are here, John, I'll bring you in on the discussion. Usually we have Lint Chocolate sitting in on guitar. Sweet Rage, yeah. Mr. Steven Sabila on the bass, as always. That's a nice shirt you're wearing, Steve. And of course, the rockin' Mr. Rich Reese on the skins, that musical director.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Great to be here.
Yeah, well, trying something new. It was just recently a birthday too.
That's right. Yeah.
We'll have to do a birthday sing along. But yeah, so John Mayer is here, and usually we would ask you about who you are and what you're doing, but I think we're going to try something a little different tonight. We're going to just go into our political number, and we'll kind of build off of that, because I do have a lot of sponsorships, and yeah, actually, as you can see, they moved us to Monday nights. There's a bunch of Chachi reruns, I guess. Joni loves Chachi reruns, and so there's a lot of pressure on us to we had to give up the Tuesday night thing. So we are now on Mondays, the last Monday of every month. We're happy to be here. And then if you catch TDP TV on Tuesdays, we'll get to see Joni Still Loves Chachi. Do they have the original? Do you know, David, is the original players? Aaron Moran. I don't know.
Scott and Aaron back together again.
Scott Baio. It'll be huge, as they say. Anyway, so we got that coming up. TDP TV, Tuesday nights. Yeah, so anyway, usually we do this political bit to open things up. And so I'm just going to go ahead and look at some ideas I had here. Because, you know, well, okay, let's just get down to it. It's January. It's the last Monday of January, and I voted for Jill Stein. I did not vote for Donald Trump, but he's now our president, and I have to say, Rich, I think I'm getting into this idea of this carnage thing. It's like it's kind of punk rock, isn't it?
Well, in that, you know, all of his talk about the inner cities and everything would be more appropriate for a discussion in the 80s. I guess it could be like punk rock in that regard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he campaigned on carnage. He's bringing us carnage.
Right.
It's what the people want, you know? It's carnage.
Is that what I guess so. Yeah.
Give them carnage. If the people want carnage, give them carnage.
I think they're figuring on they get to see Jesus more quickly this way. So...
But, you know, not that I would be saying this, but, well, maybe I am saying this. There are some out there that don't believe in Jesus, or they believe in another God, or they believe in Cthulhu.
I'm pretty sure everybody who voted for him believes in Jesus, or they miss their grandparents. They want to see their grandparents in heaven or something. But yeah,
what happens though? My point is, what happens if it's just carnage? That's all there is.
Oh, but like no death?
Well, I guess it's kind of like this series that Jamila and I started called Vikings.
Oh.
I kind of feel it's like set in
But
791.
you guys
AD.
created that one? That's you guys?
Well, we did. We watched.
Oh, you
it.
started watching.
We started watching it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that makes a little more
It's
sense.
awesome.
Right, yeah.
And I think it's like the past becomes present. You know, it's one of those things.
You know, I'm mostly Norwegian in background.
So the Iceland visit was a little bit of a.
No, we just
thing
thought that
for-
would be a good place to go. It was nice and quiet and pretty, but, you know, Norwegians were kind of like, you know how Mormons all claim Joseph Smith as an ancestor. Well, we claim Leif Erikson in
Okay.
the same way. Like, you ask any Norwegian worth his...
This is true. I'm Norwegian.
Right?
John-
and a descendant of Leif Erikson, right? Did your grandparents tell you that?
I don't know if it's true or not, but I always say it.
Yeah.
John, what were you brought up with Leif? What were you told about the legends of Leif Erikson?
That he beat Columbus and everyone else,
Right?
Like in a
more or less.
just in the race to discover, or
Yeah.
or was there a
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was
person
like a,
on person
You know,
type
he's like a
thing?
brutal Viking or something. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I heard he beat him in
This is just fragments from
Boxing.
childhood. I have no
Yes.
idea. It's just that Norwegian Leif Erikson Viking got to America first, and that legend has it.
See, I'm Skyrish, and so my legend comes through Catholic.
Jeff, I understand there was a lot of musical abuse in your family.
Terrible music abuse. Yeah, but that's another episode. That's actually a series we might be developing in a while.
I heard it's actually going to be on OPB.
Yes, the musical abuse of the Dodge family.
Yeah.
Goes back 3 generations.
Grant from the Schnitzer family.
So, well, not from them, from my inheritance. So I just wanted to say there's this intellectual side to some of the slogans that Trump's been throwing out there. And I don't know if you noticed that. There is an intellectualism going on. Take, for instance, the slogan, Make America Great Again.
Right?
Right? Make America Great Again. And you'll dig this. It's like the Leaf thing. I was a history major, and, you know, I mean, when was America ever really great? I mean, definitely before the Europeans got here, maybe, but I mean, it hasn't been since.
Well, the old days they like to think of, you know, they're harkening back to the 50s just like Reagan did, but you know the tax brackets were like back then. Your
Yes.
top federal income tax bracket was 90%. Union membership was stronger than ever.
Yes, and you are proving my point, Rich.
Right, but I think they want the sexism and racism from that era.
No,
So
it's more than that.
Really?
I think what he's saying intellectually is to make America. Well, I was going through history. There is one period we were great, the Great Depression, right?
Right?
So he's trying to make America Great Depression again.
We led the world in
Great
that
Depression
state,
again.
yeah.
Well, it's more than that. I mean, it's really pretty brilliant because our country's never been tested any harder than surviving the Great Depression. You know, and it made our moral fabric and our culture just great. You know, like Tony the Tiger might say.
That's right. And it sure bore itself out in our upbringing.
Well, in that generation, they had to go through it.
Right? Well, they didn't have
Oh,
They didn't have to.
you're right, because the baby boomer generation didn't go through the Great Depression. I looked
Right.
up Wikipedia, and it wasn't actually them.
Right?
It was their parents' generation. It wasn't. See, I was always told, you know, it's uphill each way. And
Oh, no.
hard work.
No.
But that wasn't them. They went through like you were talking about, the Eisenhower period.
Oh, sure. You should ask your dad what kind of car he had in high school, but it was a damn sight nicer than any of us even have now.
Well, you
But,
know, he helped me get a Datsun 710.
He has 710. That's super
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
That's like an old Maxima.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
great. So, you know, I just wanted to point out a few of those things, and that, well, we've got some music sort of planned to help America get through this transitional period we are, as we try and make America Great Depression again. So, with that, let's see. I already did the Joni Loves Chachi Tuesday night. Weird Mondays, last Tuesdays, Joni and Chachi again. And David, I don't know if you heard about this. I guess TDP TV wants us to, you know, Marvel and DC are getting into the superhero thing. It's just taking everything. So I guess we're trying to develop our own superheroes. We've got one we're working on called Firehawk. Our associate Scotty P has forwarded some ideas, so let's take a look at Scotty's ideas about the superhero Firehawk, only on TDP TV. Ladies and gentlemen, from Van Jam Productions, the one, the only, John Meyer! Yay! So, John, thank you for being here. Thank you for sitting through the intro.
No,
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. How did you get here?
How did I get here? Through David, Craig.
Did you guys bike together or?
No. We used to gather at an event. It was once a month called Attack of the Flicks.
Oh, I've been to this thing.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah. It's
yes.
kind of legendary. Everybody that
Yeah.
that would go to it definitely remembers it fondly.
At the Curious Comedy Club,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep. And people who went frequently would basically inspire others to. It inspired everyone to make at least one film a month, because you don't want to show up at Attack of the Flicks with nothing.
Right.
You don't want to show up as just an observer,
Mhm.
And so it was a period of lots of no budget films being made, humor and drama and music videos, everything.
You ran the gamut from what I
It was
remember.
the gamut.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
nothing that dominated. It wasn't. You never knew what you were gonna see. Yeah.
Now, were you one of the founders of this, or
No.
just a participant?
No, I was just a mega fan. I was at the very first one when it was actually called Suck My Flick.
Okay,
And
right.
yep, exactly, and that's why they had to change it, because they couldn't put ad space or something like that in a certain paper or whatever.
It's 2017. It's very risque.
Yeah.
Especially for things like the Mercury.
No, it started really renegade though. It was like there was. I saw it from a poster. I don't know how you heard about it first, or what your first one was, but I saw it from a poster tacked to a pole, very old school style.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that filmmaker showdown, right on.
Yes,
I mean, it was
yes.
marketed as like this big showdown event, and it was like a packed thing. It was humongous.
Well, no. So at that point, had you been doing film before that, or?
I started doing it by a web series called The Free Box that I wrote and directed in Portland for like 2.5 years, and the episodes were 10 minutes long. They're all on YouTube. You can check it out.
Cool.
And, yeah, there's 27 of them, so we went quite a ways with it, and they just kind of got a little bit better each one. You could see that me learning filmmaking, and I mean, none of them were even in HD till the very end, but this is like early on.
It's all sounding very familiar.
And then I was shooting,
98 to 2002 type
Then I
period.
was shooting a lot of music videos for my friends' bands around that time too, just handheld stuff, if they would live shows, and cutting it together, learning all that stuff.
Mhm.
And that was my education, my filmmaking. And then I started doing it professionally at the end of that whole run.
I see. And well, actually, we have one of your music videos queued up here. Do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, you wanted me to tell you what you're going to see for a second?
Yes. Why don't you give us a setup?
Yeah. So my wife Rachel and I make up Van Jam Productions. And
Van Jam Productions.
Yeah, that's our company. And we lived a year in Puerto Rico after we got married. And it was a little surfing town called Rincon. And they had one dominant. They had a few bands in the town, but there was one dominant indie rockish band that we got to be good friends with, and we made them a music video. And so these are our good friends. The dysfunction from Puerto Rico when we lived in the town. We didn't just go there and shoot it. Like we lived it, and so all the locations around were something that we were familiar with just because we lived in the town, and it was really
So
cool.
you went back to shoot this?
No, we shot it.
You shot it while you were living.
Yeah, just on whatever equipment I had with me, which wasn't much. It was very, very minimal. But I'm very proud of it. I think it's one of the best videos I've ever made. Maybe not the best, but it's in my top 3. And it was really low budget, and it's just one of those magic ones that just worked out.
I thought it was. I just took a quick look to see if it was working. So, it looked great. The
Sure.
color was beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
See the beginning and all. Yeah. So let's take a look. The Dysfunction. The name of the song is
Johnny.
Johnny. Here we go. But wow, that was a great video. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that.
Yeah.
And what an amazing story. And the distraction comes to the United States, to the East Coast.
The dysfunction.
The dysfunction.
Yeah.
I'm the distraction. They're the dysfunction.
Yeah, they play around New York and New Jersey and all that. I see on their Facebook. I keep up with it.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
They're always posting videos and stuff. It's fun.
Well, and on that note, I was told you used to have a roommate named Jeff Dodge.
Yeah, I did.
You know, there's a few of us out there.
They are. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the Jeff S. Dodge.
I don't know what his middle name is. I can't remember.
Sometimes you put Jeff's Dodge, and it'll be like these vans and things will come up with the Google pics. And these other pics that are not me. They're not me.
What happened when Richard Darge called you?
Oh, Richard Darge. That was a good
Okay.
Richard Darge actually is a filmmaker in LA. I used to work with this guy that Lint knows, Mr. Sargent. And, we used to have an operation called Darge Productions. So we took Dodge and Sargent and mixed that
Of
together.
course, yeah.
Thought it was better than Saj.
Sarge was the porno.
Yes. We didn't have a lot of takers on that, and masturbatory films were not really popular then. It's before Snapchat. But anyway, the point is, there's a lot of Jeff Dodges out there, and I'm one of them. And what was your Jeff Dodge? Are you sure it wasn't me? We never lived together, right? You aren't an Oregon guy. are
Yeah,
you?
I'm quite positive that. Wait. No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Because I barely remember who I'm living with
Yeah.
right. Oh, hi, honey. We're good. Did I say that? The point is, what happened to him? Was he a filmmaker friend of yours?
No. This was back in the day when I was shooting the Free Box. He just was a roommate of mine, and he just put up with my filmmaking shenanigans once a week.
What do you do with filmmaking and roommates?
Oh, well, actually, I learned some tough lessons during that time, and Jeff's a kind enough dude that we never got into it. But yeah, it was. I learned how to manage that, and I learned that you just have to ensure that the roommates are not around. They're just doing they're off.
See,
premises.
I lived with roommates and we were doing this Darge thing, and
Yeah.
they held a trial and they ousted me.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Because you need, you're bothering them, and you need them to be perfectly quiet for your
Yes.
thing to work.
Yes,
Hey,
exactly.
gentlemen,
That's what it.
audio's not doing so hot. We just got a comment from Mr. Partington, and I checked it myself on my phone. You can barely pick up the voices.
Oh,
Oh well.
we'll take care of it in the post.
Well, let's juice it up.
Tell them to turn it up. All
Juice
right.
the audio.
Hang on.
Yes, Robert, just turn it up out there.
Juice it.
Woo! Jeez, everyone's a
Wasn't that
critic
ironic?
these
We were
days.
just talking about poor audio, and then that happened.
Well, I've got this like
That was weird.
sound guy thing that always
Still,
kicks in.
I'm just saying.
Sound guy.
That was
It was like a roommate or something. Well, and then of course let's get to the Czechoslovakian hit, the bikini beans.
Yeah, hot bikini beans. Yeah,
Hot
actually,
bikini
hot bikini
beans.
beans has a new popularity these days for an entirely different reason. But the original one, a lot of people, the new fans actually don't know this. The original hot bikini beans were made about 5 years ago now, 6, 7 years ago. Ooh, can't
Wait,
remember.
yours or someone else's?
No, mine.
Yours.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your first one is 6
Mhm.
years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how did you come up with the idea for that?
Well, we saw the hot bikini brew on Hawthorne, and then we connected some dots, and we noticed they were the bikini briefs, and they were everywhere, and there's a thing,
Mm-hmm.
And so as
Well, see, I didn't even know there was one on Hawthorne. I've
Oh,
usually
yeah.
seen them in the rural
there's
communities.
one on Hawthorne. It has been for about 5 to 6 years now.
Okay.
They're still in operation. Yeah. They're nice people. I have nothing ill against them. I
Yeah.
just thought that it was I mean, I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Well, and we have an episode that we're going to look at, which I think it's the one I'm thinking of, the meth one, right?
Sure, yeah. So
Okay.
a little preface for the episode
Yes.
is that because it is an episodic thing now. The episode before this,
And let me just cut in right here. They are great. I would highly recommend everyone watch every one of them. They're hilarious. And season 2 is coming. So just a quick.
they're all on
plug.
YouTube. Hot Bikini Beans. It's easy
Hot
to
Bikini
find.
Beans.
Yeah. So in the episode prior to this, a large bag of meth got mistakenly mixed in with the sugar.
Yes.
And so that'll help out people who understand what's happening.
Right. So here we go. We're going to take a look at Hot Bikini Beans.
I'm late for work!
I need my latte! I need 6 mocha lattes with extra sugar. Take what I'm working on, ready to cut that.
Cassie, what's your till at? We must have broken 500 already!
I don't have time to check. Can we get some more sugar? We're running low.
With extra sugar, I want it to taste like melted ice cream, alright?
One trip, nip, dipper, drawer, knob, monkey body, bohemian, back and her crap and all night long coming together.
Give me one of whatever the thing was you made me yesterday, okay? What in the Nickel Hasselback is going on? Hi, yeah, can I just get some cream and sugar in this cup real fast? I don't have time to wait in line. I've got places to go, people to listen to.
Hey, clerk, you better straighten this thing out, you hear me?
Clyde! I just put a check in the mail. $30 plus 5 in interest.
What the hell are you talking about?
Look, if you just give me the sugar, I can do it myself, it's fine.
You're pushing in the wrong neighborhood here, Hincliff. This is Clyde, Dale Country, all the way down the river. You got that?
Clydesdales, down by the river. Thank you.
All right, whose birthday is it? Mine. 3 for you, 1 for me.
Attention, please! Sugar? Meth. Sugar meth. Sugar's meth is the sugar. I've had the sugar meth. That's why I'm talking to myself right now. Hey, someone's got to do something about this! Attention, everyone! Shut up! I'm sorry to say, but we've ran out of sugar. I've been shot! Call the police! Wait, no, don't call the police. We're serving meth.
Meth? What are you talking about? It's in the sugar. I don't know how I got there. You knew? Yeah, I figured it out a while ago and I just said, fuck it.
Girls, I'm bleeding out, okay? We gotta go.
We need a distraction! Hey, Court, since you're the oldest, and you're single, and you have a wound in your chest, I think it makes the most sense for you to be the martyr. What? Nobody is sacrificing themselves. We're gonna make it out of here together. Now, since I'm the only one who isn't high, I suggest you follow my lead.
And how do we do that, huh?
What do meth heads want the most? More meth.
We don't have more meth.
They don't know that.
You like your coffee hot. You like it so hot in the morning. You like your coffee hot. You like it so hot in the morning.
Wow, yes. Wow, what a great episode. let's talk about that ending. To me, it reminded me of Platoon.
That is precisely the reference we were going for. Not everyone gets it, but we're always pleased when people do.
And it was Berenger and Defoe and the whole kind of Christ-like, the Christianity of Oliver Stone, sort of melting out of his body as Vietnam seemed to kill him.
Okay.
That was one way.
That's one way. Yeah. Right on.
But that was my film professor taught us to do, is just sort of speculate madly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here at TDP TV. Yeah, all right. Well, John, I want to thank you again so much. Will you come back again when you have something new? Perhaps you can bring your wife, and we could have more of a Van Jam.
Yeah, she's out of town right now.
Productions,
On a movie, another movie set. So,
yes.
yeah.
Perhaps when it's better, at a time where your both schedules line up.
I'll be doing some singing with you later too. Right?
Well, and that's the main thing I want to make sure is that you can come back and join us for the final sing-along song, because we got a special one for the time. In the meantime, we're going to take a little quick look at what I did. Portland kind of went nuts and the snowpocalypse thing. I made a little short film. Here it is. This is day 34 of snowpocalypse. The snow has been here for 34 days, and there's been no information from the mayor, or if we have a mayor, or a city council right now. I don't think there's a government in operation. It's really weird. I'm gonna see if we can find some answers out here. It's like a war zone out here, except there's nothing warm about it. No one's really shooting guns or anything, but it's like that scene in Red Dawn almost, you know. Wow, look at it, they got everything. This is creepy, you know, or maybe the ending where they end up fighting in the snow. This is insane. They got rid of the sidewalks here somehow. I'm in the middle of the street. So crazy. Get my sidewalk, what they've done to it. It's far out.
It appears the spring thaw has begun. Let's take a look at it. Well, it's not really spring. We are finally seeing rain. Rain has hit the Portland metro area. Icicles are melting. Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Camera. 1, 2, 3, go!
Sisters who care about
guess that's the question.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm doing pretty good. Would you ask me?
Monday, from Van Jam Productions, John Mayer makes a special live appearance, and Lynn Chocolate sits in with the band.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like kids to play with guns, that kind of a thing.
No, we don't want the kids them play with no guns, so they should lock the gun and give the kids things to do.
On the season premiere of the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour.
All right. Wow. How about the Peasant Revolution Band with Lynn Chocolate singing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Super band.
Cool. Well, we have the one, the only, the illustrious rooster himself, Mr. David Farrell, has joined us surprisingly here at the Trench.
Rooster?
Well, it's his name we used to call you when you weren't looking. It's a bunch of Year of the Dogs ganging up on a Year of the Rooster. That's what we're prone to do.
Good to see you again. How are you?
You too. So I wanted to talk basketball. About this one game. No, actually I wanted to talk about what you've been up to.
Not playing any basketball, actually. It's,
really?
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Who are you rooting for these days?
Oh, I like the Milwaukee Bucks. They're great people.
Milwaukee Bucks. Who are some Buck legends? There's like great ones from the...
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Marcus Johnson.
Sidney Moncrief.
Sidney Moncrief.
Yeah. What? And how is their record this year?
They are just a little bit better than our hometown Blazers.
Okay.
But they get the Greek Freak.
Okay.
And they are fast and furious. They're tall and lean, and they're an exciting team. I really enjoy it. Almost as much as our University of Oregon Ducks. The most exciting team in the league, for sure.
Really? I heard they're doing pretty good this year. Is that right?
Win over Colorado on Saturday really would have propelled them to the 6th seed.
Ooh. But, well, they had a lot of issues with their coach, I thought, didn't they? Some scandal.
We're talking about basketball, Joe.
And I just to let you know, TDP TV has actually threatened to increase our budget if I get kind of the sports talk thing going, and I've been studying this guy John Canzano, and that's what he does. He kind of like, puts a little thing in there, a little spice, little salsa.
The wig-headed truth.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking about.
Something like that. But your hair looks great, by the way.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
And on that note...
Anyway, what are we here for?
Well, I heard you've been out there producing. You're not directing this one, but you're producing. You got a new film out.
I do. It's going to be out soon. It's called Cinco Pesos because I thought it would be, more pretentious to use another language. And I do that.
5 pennies.
Yeah, 5 cents. It's a suicide comedy. I think it's going to go over really well.
You've kind of been specializing in suicide comedy for a while, haven't you?
I've been working on it for years.
Did the movie Heathers ever have an influence on what you did there?
Negative, no, not whatsoever.
I thought that was a great movie.
I'm sure it was. I'm confident it was. I don't know.
Well,
about
so
it.
you did not direct this one, but you produced it. Now, was there jostling? Was it kind of like
yes, there was definitely jostling.
we're not talking like Heaven's Gate jostling.
Well, we produced. I would say it was produced very well. The director dropped the ball at the last minute, and so there was some tension. But I think we're happy with the product.
Are you and the director still on speaking terms?
I would suggest that we have to be in that schizophrenic way.
Because that's Bob Evans, I guess, had a guy tailing Coppola around for The Godfather. When he dropped the ball, they're going to have this guy direct it.
Yeah,
It wasn't that kind of a situation.
No, this is more like an alter ego type thing.
Like a Fight Club type thing, almost.
Very
Fight Club.
yes, exactly.
Okay, when a film in the filmmakers get into this kind of Fight Club mentality, nothing can win but the film. It makes for great action, drama, boring, whatever you're trying to get after. Fighting is good for film. I find. John, you're still around here, aren't you? What do you find that fighting is good or bad process of filmmaking?
I love fighting.
Well,
so
you
fun.
don't love it, but it just seems that sometimes the only way to get to the result is through fighting. It seems, in hindsight, I would say. But you don't plan on fighting, no.
Oh, well, no one told me that part. I kind of always put. Well, geez, speaking of which, we got our good friend David is back in the studio producing, and we're going to take a look at something he did here called Art Racks. Another Portland Orbit Report.
These days, wherever a bike needs to be locked up, you'll find an art rack. People have determined that regular racks are boring, so most bike racks seem to be jazzed up, colorful, or whimsical in some way, which sometimes leads me to wonder if some of them are bike racks at all. The need to impress bike riders with unique designs seems to be on the rise. Some racks are too abstract to be functional, while others closely resemble the product the accompanying business is selling. Then there are bike racks that look like bikes. It's hard to tell if it's a visual cliché, an ironic statement, or camouflage. But bikes and bike parts do make cool bike racks. Fabulous art racks make the chore of locking a bike up entertaining. I only wish I had more bikes so I could have even more encounters with art racks.
Oh, and we are back. And man, what a great show! It was a wonderful opportunity to host a sort of surprise guest, a real guest. I mean, everyone's a real guest. Clint Chocolate. I just meant it was really exciting to have such a legitimate filmmaker in our presence. So we're just kind of illegitimate filmmakers. Very skilled. We're bastards. But the point is, as I'm always saying, we're gonna say goodnight. There's a new mayor in town, so I've been told to kind of let off. But honey, I gotta tell you, did you see my snow park? Come here. Jamila has joined us. My lovely, beautiful wife. Jamila is in the audience here. Why don't you step through? Wave hello. We've started a second season, and so Mayor Ted Wheeler didn't do crap about the snow. I just thought that was a point to make.
Hey, let's say goodnight, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
Revolution band.